Right now, of course, we don't have the luxury of a competitive crop, so weeds and grasshoppers are already taking a toll on some of these fields.
Alberta has seen it all this spring: snow, floods, wildfire, and extreme heat. And it's the heat that is causing major issues for farmers, not only because it's making it harder to grow crops, but it also leading another challenge: hungry grasshoppers.
So they grew rapidly. They're about 2 weeks ahead of their normal growth. And they've been damaging crop now for a couple of weeks, and they're a little bit older than they would normally be at the end of June.
And combined with kind of a long open fall last year, we had very heavy egg laying by grasshoppers. And with the warmer, drier weather this spring, we had a very early emergence of those grasshoppers. So we've had pretty much constant pressure with grasshoppers since the crop has emerged from the ground.
Dry and warm weather are the perfect environment for the irritating insects. Experts say they are causing some of the most severe damage we've seen in the past 20 years.
So what happens is what you thought earlier was maybe a non-serious level of grasshoppers that were, they're just feeding in on some of the leaves, it doesn't really matter. When they start cutting the heads off and all of your heads are on the ground, that becomes a very serious problem, because you have nothing left to combine.
Unlike other pests, grasshoppers don't poison the crop or go inside it. They just chew. The damage is visible, which wouldn't be a big problem with effective control. But when there are too many feeding on the grassland, they can cut off the crop to the ground. Wheat and barley are the most susceptible to grasshoppers' damage, especially later in the season.
And that little area of the stem is quite often one of the last green pieces on that plant as that plant matures. And these larger grasshoppers will chew through that as the crop dries down, because it's the last greenery in the field.
The Alberta government monitors grasshopper outbreak. However, grasshoppers are a worldwide problem and very difficult to control.
The best time to control them was basically a few weeks ago when they were smaller and less mobile. Now that the grasshoppers are larger and they're moving, they're way harder to control.
They've been around for a long, long time, thousands of years. And only with the introduction of modern agriculture have they become any kind of a real pest, because it's a big advantage to them to have those big fields full of food.
Johnson says if the trend continues, serious infestations will continue to escalate. In Calgary, Silvia Naranjo, City News.